Broderick, we're in our last segment, and I want to talk a little bit more about your achievements today. Now, for me, it blows my mind away to have a look through the things that you have achieved in life at such a young age. What was your inspiration?
I think it accredits to two things. One was basically my level of faith. Um, I mentioned the first segment that our grandparents, mind you, my grandfather was very much heavily involved in the church. My grandmother was also heavily involved, but she was more of a prayer warrior. So that sort of strong belief in faith sort of brought not just my parents, but most of all us, my brother and I, to where we are today. The second part is having that strong support network. So it can be having good support from your parents, mentors, and really good friends. I've been fortunate and blessed in my lifetime to have that support system. And with each level of excelling excellence, of course, you have to realize that, it will not be easy. And of course, you really have to have the support in terms of your family, friends, and your mentors, but also that faith to push through. I mean, I have to say that a lot of times when I'm sitting with my peers or even with the adults, often at times they would congratulate and they say, oh, we're so proud of this and that. But they're taken aback because how does somebody my age able to achieve all of this? So, you just have to remind them, we just, if you know that you have to achieve it, then go for it. Nobody needs to know about it. So, a lot of the times, we like to tell everybody our plans, okay, this is what I want to do, but one must be able to realize, when you're at that point where things are not working out for you, then you begin to question, okay, why didn't it work out for me? What could be some of the reasons why it didn't work out for me? So I think from the get-go, you have to learn to be more adamant and persistent in what you need to achieve.
Broderick, I want to take us through some of your achievements, especially the trophies. Tell me a little bit about those trophies.
So I think since the days of primary school, when I was taking part in the oratories competition, both primary and secondary, to excelling in the history, geography courses, of course, and then further into the work that I'm involved in, which is I'm doing a bit of youth work, community work, but most of all, just really branching out in terms of what spheres of expertise that I can be that I'm comfortable with and get involved in. I mean, from the competitions in high school and primary school to, the Commonwealth Youth Award.
Right.
During, I think it was in 2020, then receiving both the Medal of the Order of Fiji, then the Vanuatu Independence Commemorative Medal just lately.
Wow, Broderick, how did that make you feel?
Well, I think,
was it just like, oh yeah, I got a medal?
Well,
nobody would actually say that, especially when it's the Medal of the Order of Fiji.
Yeah, I think right now, I think generations before me would understand the value of it and learn to appreciate it. But even more so, one thing I'm grateful for when achieving this is just, it's a reminder that, you've done well, you can go a bit further. Just lately having received the Vanuatu Independence Commemorative Medal, if that's taught me anything, is that, if your work is recognized at a regional level, the possibilities of achieving excellence are endless. And, a lot of times I think what we see is that, and people have come past me from time to time to say, man, maybe because you've got, you have a well-established academic background, financially well, and, that's why you're able to achieve this. No, I mind you, these were the days where, You had to really, like, early hours of the morning. If you wanted to attend a workshop in Silver, I would really make the effort to save up during high school, then really make the effort to go there. So, it wasn't sort of a bed of roses. These were the days, if you knew that you wanted to attend it, if you knew that you're going to get something out of it, you make all the necessary efforts to pursue it. So, I look back at it now, and it's just a reminder to me that though I'm grateful for what the achievements are, they've said, Broderick, you've done well, and this is our way of saying we appreciate you. There's still a lot more to do and a lot more to achieve. But again, these awards and the accolades, it's just a timely reminder of how far you've come. And if you had to say the Broderick from primary school, high school is the same Broderick now, no. We have to, it's a whole new level and a whole new Broderick altogether. And I'm taken aback, with how far I've come. But I know I'm just only getting started.
Oh, well, I'm glad that you mentioned that, because we know you've got a whole lifetime ahead of you. But Broderick, just before we end today, what is something that you would like to tell somebody, and especially a young man like yourself who has a lot ahead of him, or a young woman, of course, got a lot ahead of them, but they really don't know where to start? What would be your message to them?
From the beginning, you have to know your purpose. Making those high goals may seem unachievable, but it can be achievable. The other thing is also having your faith and that strong support system. And once you have all of those intact, though the journey may look like the unknown, you have nothing to lose. You don't have to go abroad to achieve this. Even here in Fiji, you can make a mark for yourself. So I think that's just basically, for any young man or woman that's listening or watching, you have to really make sure you are adamant in what you're achieving. You know what the goals are. Have your faith intact, but always remember that, doesn't mean that it's all success. You have to go through the trials. A lot of times we like to get the accolades and the achievements, but the down parts is what is equally important. And it doesn't mean that I've come this far that that it has been an easy journey. It hasn't. A lot of times people have said no. A lot of times you have people that say, we can give it to somebody else, another opportunity can be given to somebody else. Of course, our emotions come into play, but you have to learn to rise above it and move. You just have to keep moving forward, come what may.
Awesome. Broderick, it's been awesome talking to you on The Notion today. Thank you very much for sharing with us your life and, of course, your life achievements. I'm looking through these folders and I'm thinking, I've probably got only 2 certificates ever in my life, but for a young man, still very much a young man, not even halfway through, and of course achieving all this, I go back to what you had confessed in the first place, that it's all about faith.
Yeah.
And it's all about putting your best foot forward. And of course, the right hand in this. But thank you very much, Broderick.
Thank you so much.
I can only wish you well from here. And of course, would like to thank you very much for the opportunities or as well that has opened up. And you've said, okay, yes, I'll do it, because it has actually paved the way for everybody else. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Memphis.
All right. Well, that's it on The Notion today. We will talk to another wonderful, inspiring young person who gives us their walk of life next on The Notion.